I remember being a little kid and I'd be sitting in a big group of people and looking at the backs of their heads and thinking, I should fix that. You know, just things like that. It's like, I could fix that. And I didn't care much about any of their clothes or whatever else they were doing, but their hair meant something to me for some reason. We had a barber, an elderly gentleman in our house, living in our suite. And he was a barber. He was Bill the barber. And so he was about 90 years old at the time, and he would come down and he'd cut my brother's hair and my dad's hair, and I'd watch him, and it was very interesting. And then, so eventually I started wanting to try it myself, and that's how it kind of started. I worked with a family in a family business. My husband's family are all hairdressers, and so I got a really good start. I wasn't put on the end of a broom for the first year. I was thrown right into hair. And it was excellent because it got my confidence up, and I was hungry to do hair, so that was perfect for that time. I did enter a hair competition when I was first starting out, and I walked away with the first prize, so that was exciting. Yeah, it was 2 haircuts on a man and a woman, and they turned out very nice. Unfortunately, my female model had to leave before I got my trophy because she was a vet and she had to go deliver a baby something. I can't remember what it was, a goat or something. Anyway, it was kind of fun. And she was a beautiful girl, but her husband couldn't believe how good she looked when she was done. So we moved to the coast and we worked in a well-known spa in Abbotsford for quite a few years. And I say we because my husband did massage there as well. And then not long after, I invested in the spa and I became part owner for a few years. Well, I had learned a lot when I worked at the spa. I had done the books for the spa, like tracked in the payroll and stuff like that, so for 40 people. So I felt like I had a bit of an understanding of the book side of things. So I thought, well, why couldn't I just translate that into my own thing? And I like the idea of having the control. When you have too many business owners, then you don't have that control, and I really wanted that to see if I could actually do it, and that was exciting, to be able to start something on my own. We had a suite in the basement of the house, and it was already set up with plumbing and kitchenette and everything, and it was getting hard to find people that we really loved having in the house. And when you're living with the tenants, I'd lived with people all my life like that, and we wanted the space to ourselves, or at least control of the space. And we thought, well, why not pay ourselves rent rather than somebody else rent? So it just translated into a little bit better business sense, and there's always the write-offs, and you know, from a money standpoint, but also the control of the atmosphere, to be able to choose who you worked with, who was going to be there greeting your clients along with you. It was nice to be able to choose that. I feel we're closer because these people have followed me through a few moves now, and they tend to be more friends, and you are with your clients, because usually you would still choose those people as your friends in your living room as well as on your chair. And I've heard other hairdressers say that before. It's like you have to have a connection with that person. You can just be a hairdresser for some, but others, they want that connection. They want to feel comfortable while they're in your chair and get along and be able to, you know, talk about the kids and the husband and the dog, you know, especially the dog. All of it, all together, because it gives me a variety. I get bored quickly. I guess I have a partially creative brain, but that likes a lot of variety in life. And I find that if I had to do haircuts all day long or colors all day long, it would get tedious to me. So, and it's wonderful to be able to take a person right from the shampoo down to through all the stages, the cutting and the coloring, and then see your vision for them come through in the end, and then take pride in that final blow dry too. So that's the part I like. And if I really had to be held to it, I think maybe cutting. Cutting I find is fascinating, just to make that hair work in the long run as well as the day of, because I want their hair to grow out well. I want it to be easy for them throughout the month. I'm Rhonda. I'm the owner and one of the stylists at Studio Rouge.